Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Oklahoma Sports Network, this is Tracy Mussett and Brendan Rodriguez, and we are at Crooked Oak High School tonight where the Jones Longhorns had made the short trip down to southeast Oklahoma City to take on the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. Last week, Jones made real quick work of the Millwood Falcons. I mean, it was just an amazing game. Millwood coming in, struggling a little bit to score points this year, and yet Jones just dismantled the Millwood defense despite the fact that they had stepped up pretty well earlier in the season. 59-19 the final score last week as the Jones Longhorns come out on top of the Millwood Falcons. And now here we are taking on the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. Crooked Oak has a record of 1-3 on the season. Jones now 5-0. And, everyone expects Jones to come into this game, take care of business, and just kind of roll and maybe even get out of here early tonight. But the game still has to be played. With me tonight is Brendan Rodriguez, as I said. Brendan stepping in. Tessa Durrell, our normal color commentator. Miss Oklahoma is busy with her duties as Miss Oklahoma around the state. And since this game got moved to a Thursday night, she couldn't adjust her schedule to be here. We're going to miss her tonight. She knows this Jones team really well. Her dad's the offensive coordinator. She's from there and been around the program for years. And we're going to miss her commentary tonight. But, Brendan, I'm going to lean on you hard tonight, with all your knowledge of Jones football. So
yeah, I'll do my best. But, I'm super excited to be here. I'm probably not as cool and exciting as Tessa is. But, I usually do the Bethany commentating. And when Jones stepped into Bethany, that was quite a game. Don't know it as probably good as you do, or probably whoever's listening, a Jones offense or defensive team. But what I do know is Jones has a lot of size and a lot of athletic ability. They came into Bethany and just basically, like you said, made quick work and executed defensively and offensively really successfully and well early on in the football game.
We know that Bethany is a strong program. They beat a contender in Blanchard this last week. Yep. I mean, that was a great victory. The way that Jones was able to win convincingly over them was a sure sign that Jones is prepared to make a march to the state championship this year. And they've been right there in the mix of the top 4 or 5 teams in 2A1. They were last year, and in 2A prior to that. They're looking to make their mark this year and go all the way. We did get a chance to talk to Coach Kevin Witt this week, and or at least I did, recorded that interview, and we're going to take an opportunity to play that one for you now. So just sit back and enjoy a few minutes of Coach Kevin Witt.
Offensively, down. is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, Oklahoma Sports Network. This is Tracy Mussett, and I am with Coach Witt from the Jones Longhorns. Jones is off to a great start this year, as they frequently are, but this year's even a little more special. Tough pre-district schedule. You won all those games, Coach. You're on a roll. You had a great game this past Friday night against the Millwood Falcons. That is a team that, generally speaking, is a real big challenge for anybody offensively, down maybe just a little bit this year. And your team just went in and took care of business at home last Friday night. So as we get ready for the upcoming week and the Crooked Oak Roughnecks, let's go back and review that game with Millwood for just a moment. What did you learn about your team this past Friday night? What did you see out of them that was encouraging, and what things did you see that maybe you still need to work on this season to get ready for the big matchups come playoff time?
Well, first of all, this game is for these guys have been kind of circled for a while. Last year they had their way with us last year, and it was kind of left a bad taste in our mouth. And so I know our kids, as hard as it was, this was a game they had kind of circled. And so, we approach every game kind of the same way. This one was a little different, like I said. Because they did have a little bit of chip on their shoulder going in from last year, and that's hard to get out of kids. But each week we kind of approach with the same thing. Just like this week, I know it's a little different week, and but each week is about us, and we spend a lot of time kind of working on us and working what we're doing, and that's what we kind of try to preach to these guys.
So saw some big things. It was my first time to be at a Jones football game in several years. Of course, for those who are watching Jones football on the OSN stream here may have gotten used to Zachary Reynolds, and Zachary had some family matters he needed to tend to, and will not be with us for probably the remainder of the season, but he might be back for basketball season with OSN. So it was my first time to see Jones football in a few years. I'm a small school guy. I come from a background in 2A, 3A sports, a previous athletic director, and so I've encountered Jones many times over the years, and I was just so very impressed by the crisp execution of the offense, the discipline of the defense. But then we had a couple of 15-yard penalties after some plays last week, and Tessa Durrell, our color commentator during the games, her dad, I believe, offensive coordinator, Coach Durrell,
Yes,
is that correct?
yes, sir. Yes.
She made some comments about some things those boys might have to do during the week to atone for those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We take care of that stuff. So, like I told them, I said, hey, you want to come on the sidelines? I'll dance with you on the sidelines, but there's no place for that on the field. So,
yeah, they were having fun last Friday, and they were excited about how that game was going against a big historical football power that they were just dominating that night.
Oh, there were a lot of emotions. There were definitely a lot of emotions. They definitely wanted that one. So,
absolutely. So as we get ready for this upcoming week, we have the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. Crooked Oak kind of struggling with their football program right now. So really, what I'd like to ask is, what are you hoping to see out of your team? Are there things that you're going to be working on? What are your expectations for what happens with Jones football this week?
Well, this week we kind of have a little bit of advantage. We have, we don't play kids but one way. So this week's been a lot of going ones-on-ones, competing against ourselves. So we feel like we see just as good of offense or defense as anybody we're going to compete against in practice. And there's not a whole lot of people that can do that. So we feel like this week's a big week for us to take another step towards where we want to be going forward with that.
All right. Well, let me ask you another question about the program, because Jones has been a contender and a competitive team for quite some time now, consistently. Many programs will have a few years where they kind of drop off, but Jones has just been right up there in the mix of those top teams in their class, and that's kind of bounced between 2A and 3A a little bit over the years now in that 2A1 category. What kind of things? Yeah, I believe you've been the head coach 4 years. Is that accurate?
Yes.
5th year
Yeah,
now.
this is fourth year.
This
Going
is
in fourth year. Yeah.
So, what do you do to maintain that culture of excellence and that winning expectation to keep those young men? Because you cycle through boys every 4 years at a minimum. Yeah. What do you do to keep that culture going?
Well, like you said, first is consistency. Everything we do is consistent in what we do. And again, we do it from junior high on up with all our high school coaches are in the junior high, and the same thing, our expectation. But the biggest thing and what's I feel like we've got the best advantage in what we've kind of grown is just our kids' leadership. We've got this bunch is one, and we've finally hit that mark where they're leading it and not us. And that's a big deal for us. And I think that's going to be even more so in the future for us. These groups are going to be better and better because these guys are buying into that, and they're speaking the same things we're speaking. And as well as I know, a lot of times they listen to those kids better than they do us.
Absolutely. They can have a tremendous amount of influence on each other. Very impressed with the facilities at Jones, and obviously those come through tremendous community support. I know that's a big part of maintaining that culture of excellence as well, when the community expects excellence and then invests in that themselves.
Absolutely.
It helps not only you as a coach, but administration, school board members, and the team know that everyone expects that and is willing to put in what it takes to make that happen. So congratulations on the performance thus far, 5-0. Half the season is down already. It just flies by so fast.
It does.
And best of luck this Friday night. Go in, get the win, and come out healthy as well. That's always a big goal.
Appreciate it. Yes.
So appreciate you joining us, taking the time. This was kind of, I know, a new thing, and squeeze this into the schedule. We're going to try to do this every week in the future for our fans who are watching this. We'll try to get this done every week. There are things that could come up that could prevent us from getting one, but we're going to do our best to preview upcoming games and go back and do a little review and just keep a good tab on the season. Coach, if you ever have anything you want to share, just like you have the opportunity right now, if there's anything you want to say to the fans, then the floor is yours. Just you can take it for a moment.
I don't really have anything at this moment. Maybe next time. It's been a short week, a busy week, so we're just going to kind of keep it rolling. That's the thing. Hopefully we're not halfway there yet. We got a couple more weeks before we're halfway there, I hope. So.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Halfway through the regular season, not the whole season.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
All right. Well, then we'll just close out today with the Go Longhorns.
All right.
All right. Thank you for joining us today, Coach.
We'll see you. All right. Thank you.
And we are back, folks. Tracy Mussett and Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School, where the Jones Longhorns are here in this 2A1, that's Class 2A1, District 1 matchup. Jones undefeated in district play, 2-0. It was Crooked Oak taking the big loss to Mount St. Mary last week, and in their first district matchup. And now Jones is here to go ahead and keep pushing. They have a state championship on their mind this year, but they're not looking past any opponents. We talked to Coach Witt, and he does a great job of getting his team prepared. We are in that countdown to kickoff period right now, and our countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Bank First. If you were not aware, Jones was named after Oklahoma City Mayor Charles Gristmill Jones. The town of Jones had a distinct advantage due to the proximity of the nearby railroad, which made travel to Tulsa or Oklahoma City for either work or pleasure a breeze. This Oklahoma town is now prized for the proximity it has to larger cities, but still maintains its small town rural feel. Loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. We are Bank First, located at 9285 North Hiwassee Road, member FDIC. Appreciate Bank First for being our countdown to kickoff sponsor and giving us a little history lesson in the process.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually my bank right on that road too.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so here, we're not only getting a sponsorship, but that is we are users of the bank. So it was hot an hour and a half ago when I arrived here. It is gorgeous right now.
Yeah, it feels great. We got a little, what is that, a north wind or east wind.
Coming out of the southeast a
got
little bit,
a little
I think.
wind. Yeah, and the sun's gone down, no clouds, but we don't really need any clouds because it feels really good out here.
If you look back west just over the treetops, you'll see the sun just clearing the treetops right now, glowing orange. It's just gorgeous. We've got a beautiful grass field out here this week. Of course, when Jones plays at home, they're playing on an artificial turf field and have great facilities there. Crooked Oak taking good care of the field. The grass is green. I was out there walking on it earlier. It feels good. Nice solid platform underneath the grass. I didn't feel any holes or divots or ruts in the grass, so everything feels good there. This offense for Jones, you've had an opportunity to see them one time this year, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's all I've seen them. You saw them against Bethany. You are normally, as you said, the color commentator for the Bethany Broncos. I saw them last week for the first time this year when they hosted the Millwood Falcons. The arm, and then we can talk about the running backs too. The arm of Asen Hansen.
Yep.
He made some throws last week that I have not seen many high school quarterbacks make. I'm throwing it on a rope. I mean, it's just firing it in there. But he made a back shoulder throw to Hunter Purvis on one play last week that there's just nowhere that a defender had Purvis covered up, and yet the ball was thrown away that all Purvis had to do is turn around, and there was nothing the defender could do about it.
Yeah.
So just a phenomenal arm on his part. And then he and is it Jaquan Johnson?
Yes. Yep.
And then also Jose Taylor, the other running back that gets significant playing time early in the game. Boy, they're able to break a run just about any moment.
Absolutely, and that's really how they dominated that Bethany football game. Number 5, Johnson just had a really, really good game. And so, like you said, number 26, Josh Taylor had a really good game as well. And Hansen had a really good game. He was throwing those out routes to number 7, Carlos Hardman, and he's a notable player too. Really big, tall, athletic wide receiver that they have, and is really dangerous for teams to prepare for.
Last week against Millwood, it was a trio of receivers really that made a lot of catches. You had Evan Collier, Hunter Purvis, and Hardeman, all three making some really good catches against a very athletic Millwood team that had them well covered. These were not kids that were undisciplined. They were staying with them down the field, but these guys were going up, high-pointing balls, turning and catching the back shoulder throws, just doing a really, really good job. And then one of the bright spots, and the guys that come in late in the game and play cleanup don't often get talked about. There's a young man by the name of Ben Williams that come in the game last week as a running back. This dude was running. He trucked like 3 or 4 guys every time he touched the ball last week.
Cool.
It was really cool to see him just get in there and run hard and play well. So it's not only a great starting lineup, but the bench is full of talent and kids that are dedicated to the program.
That's true. And on the defensive side, just coming back from the Bethany game, number 42, Jesse Hernandez Jr., phenomenal. They use him on the outside, stun him in the inside. He's just so versatile. Like I said, it's scary for teams to watch tape and see that, and it's going to be a test for this offensive line.
Absolutely. One other player I need to make mention of that had a great game last week, Luke DeBusk. Luke DeBusk come in, kind of built like a fullback, ran the ball some from kind of a fullback position, also ran as a tailback. He had several scores last week, and he's another one that, man, when he lowers his shoulder, he is taking on the contact, and he's the one doing the punishing when he's running with the ball. But then he was dominant on defense as well. So he came in and got plenty of carries last week, but he was getting it done defensively for the Longhorns also. Cash Marenko, kicker for the Longhorns. He was putting it between the uprights when he needed to, and then he came in and played quarterback in the second half as well.
Oh, cool.
So he got plenty of playing time at the quarterback position. We could just keep going through this lineup. Jones has had enough games this year where the second string and maybe even the third string has taken the field that all these guys have had playing time and contributed to this team.
And that's really what you want as a coach too, is to have guys to come off the bench and be able to perform just like their starters do. And that's a kind of a steam for success.
Kind of interesting. We're at 7 o'clock already, and the teams are still out doing their warm-up. I'm starting to wonder if the kickoff for this game has not been pushed to 7:30. I have no notification of that being the case, but we're not even ready for a national anthem, a coin toss, or anything, and we're at 7 o'clock. So we're still here. We may be searching for some things to talk about before this game gets going, Brendan.
Yeah, might be.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break to hear from some of our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brennan Rodriguez, and we are back at Crooked Oak High School. Folks, we have just learned, and I apologize that we were not notified on this, we've just learned that this game, the kickoff time, has been delayed to 7:30 p.m., so we are still 23 minutes from kickoff. If you've joined us already, we really appreciate it. Stay with us. We're going to talk a little bit about 2A1, the class, and some of the top teams in 2A1. Of course, we had the reigning champion multiple years now, the Washington Warriors, and they're right in that mix. I'm going to go ahead and pull up VDOG's rankings. VDOG tends to, let's see if I can get those. There we go. VDOG tends to do a great job of providing rankings and materials for small school football around the state, and I say that confidently because I am VDOG. But I have the Jones Longhorns after last week's win over Millwood, and I know Millwood might be down this year a little bit, but Millwood is still a traditional football powerhouse in the state, and Jones just dismantled them last week. I moved Jones up to the number one team in Class 2A1, followed by, and I think this is a kind of a toss-up in 2 and 3. I have the Marlow Outlaws at number 2, Washington at number 3, and the reason I dropped Washington and kept Marlow one step ahead is just because Washington does have a loss this year. That loss is to the Sulphur Bulldogs, who are competing in 3A and gave the Lincoln Christian Bulldogs all they wanted last year. Sulphur looks to be a better team than they were last year.
Right.
But last year Washington beat Sulphur. This year they lost to them in a close game, but I went ahead and moved Marlow up to that number 2 team. They will play in district play. They're in the same district.
Yep.
Metro Christian coming in at number 4. Metro Christian, a solid program, and all these schools we're talking about have just been in this mix for so long. My son played 3A football back about 15 years ago, and they lost on a deep playoff run to the Metro Christian Patriots. And so I've seen that team in that mix for years and years now. Metro Christian at number 4. Kingston Redskins at number 5. The Kingston Redskins, a team down in southeast Oklahoma that doesn't get a lot of visibility up here in the central part of the state. I don't know if you've seen them play much, Brendan.
I have not.
So Kingston has already beat Kiefer, who I have at the number 9 spot. and they're just kind of rolling over teams right now. So I've got them in there in the mix at number 5. They finished up well in the playoffs last year. The Sequoia Tahlequah Indians are my surprise team. They and the number 6 and 7 teams, really both, are the 2 surprise teams I have in the rankings right now. Sequoia Tahlequah Indians, Mount St. Mary Rockets. Either one of them could show some chinks in their armor before district play is over with.
Yeah, I agree. And with the Mount St. Mary thing, last year they didn't have very good of a season. I watched a couple of their football games, but this year I don't know if they have a loss. I think they're undefeated, but I don't think I think that's a good spot to where you have them. I don't think they've gone up against quite as much of a challenge as these other teams have. So I think I agree with them being at 7.
Chisholm was a team that made a little bit of a run last year and was pretty solid. Mount St. Mary went into Chisholm, beat them pretty handily, and that's when I brought Mount St. Mary into my rankings when that happened. Chisholm might be down a little bit from last year, but that's still a really good win for Mount St. Mary. The Sequoia Tahlequah Indians, they've been rolling. They've been rolling against lesser competition in their pre-district, but now they're in that district play, and they're still winning their games. And so until they lose a game that maybe we think they shouldn't lose, I've got them right in the middle of that top 10.
Right.
Then the Oklahoma Christian School Saints, and Jones will get a chance to play them coming up in just a couple of weeks, and they're in that mix as well. They already have a couple of good wins on their resume, and that's going to be that and Mount St. Mary. You've got 2 ranked teams in that district with Jones. Right. They've got to go still play both of those teams.
Absolutely, and I think the 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this class 2A1, those are some really good football teams. So with whoever is, you have the list or ranked underneath them, and to beat any of these teams, it's going to be a big fight. All these teams have always had history of success, especially Jones, and these past few years, Washington has had a lot of success. And we used to play Metro Christian, so I know that school really well, and they've always really had a good football team.
Absolutely. Now, the Kiefer Trojans in there at number 9. Kiefer has 2 losses on the season already. They lost to the Vian Wolverines. Vian, contender in Class 2A2. I have Vian ranked number 1 in Class 2A2 right now. So one of Kiefer's losses is to Vian. Their other loss is to Kingston, a district loss. So they have a district loss, 2 losses on the season, but I still think they're one of the top 10 teams in the class right now. And then underneath them, and this one's a little bit, no offense to the Bethel Wildcats, but I've got the Bethel Wildcats in there because they're undefeated. It's really hard for me to figure out who to put at number 10. Last week, they got a close win over it was a close game for most of the game, over a Hugo team that's only put 1 win on the board this year. And they kind of struggled with Hugo for a while. So I don't know quite what to make of Bethel, but they are still undefeated right now.
Yeah.
So that's who I have in the top 10 as it stands currently. Regardless of how those rankings play out, folks, this is all for fun.
Yeah.
Right? This is about entertainment and media, and it's about school pride and team pride. But these rankings and any other rankings you see in football mean absolutely zero when it comes playoff time, because the playoffs are decided by district standing.
That's right.
So it's all for fun. I believe you made the comment a minute ago, and I agree wholeheartedly. The top 4 teams, Jones, Marlowe, Washington, Metro Christian, are the teams to beat in the class.
Absolutely.
And there might be a little bit of a drop-off to Kingston. Kingston may prove to be in the mix as well. But right now, I would suggest there's 4 teams that those may very well end up being your 4 semifinal teams.
Absolutely. And looking at the rankings online, they have Oklahoma Christian at 5 at 6-0. So maybe if they continue the success in your list, they could maybe pop in, say, Marlowe takes a loss or Metro Christian takes a loss, and they bump up to 4. But I think that could be a school that could, make its move up the list too.
Oklahoma Christian and Mount St. Mary still need to play. One of those teams is going to go up and one of them is going to go down, right?
That's right.
And someone else may find their way into the rankings. We are halfway through the regular season at this point. We're 2 weeks into district play, and what will start happening is you're going to see the top 10 is not going to – the top 10 teams may change order a little bit, but there's not going to be a lot of teams jumping in and out of those rankings as we go on through the remainder of the season. Each of these classes, and this is something that a lot of people will criticize, but Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Secondary Schools Activities Association, with member schools made the decision to split Class B, Class A, and Class 2A into 2 classes each, like they had done 6A several years ago. So now, instead of having 64 teams in 2A, you have a 2A1 and a 2A2 that only have 32 teams each.
Okay.
So
I actually didn't know they did that.
yeah, so you've got 2A classes, 2A1, 2A2. They don't compete with one another. There's a state champion in each class. And so as a result, you get a strong top end in your class, but the bottom end tends to fall off a lot. And, even in 6A, and, I could bring those rankings up and show them. In 6A, I had a fan contact me recently about my 6A rankings because I have Putnam City North ranked at number 10, and they said, how can you have Putnam City North ranked number 10? They're 1-4 on the season. I said, there's only one other team that has a better record than them that's not already ranked. All the rest of them are winless.
Right.
So, it really becomes top heavy once you start dividing those classes up. And that's where we are right now, folks. We are looking at the Jones Longhorns undefeated, and again, in VDOG's estimate, the number 1 team in the state and the team to beat. They are on a march toward a state championship. And if you heard the interview with Coach Witt earlier, you would have heard him say, when I said something about being halfway through the season, he said, well, we're not halfway through yet. 2 more weeks, we'll be halfway through. So he was saying he expects to be in a state championship game.
Yep.
Right? Absolutely. So we're still in that countdown to kickoff. Our countdown to kickoff sponsor, again, Bank First. Bank First in Oklahoma offers valuable banking solutions, including checking accounts, savings accounts, commercial loans, treasury services, and much more. Bank online with our mobile app. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you. Located at 9285 North Hiwassee Road, member FDIC. Fans starting to filter in. The Jones fans starting to, maybe a third full on the visitor side. And we got a lot of pink. We got a pink out situation going on over here at Crooked Oak tonight in recognition of and support of breast cancer awareness. And Tess and I were talking last week, and we were pleased to find out the officials were still using yellow flags. I've seen pink out weeks where the officials use pink flags.
Yep.
They're hard to see on the field.
Yeah.
Your brain is not trained to look for them, and they throw them right in front of you, and your brain just does not.
You're right.
See the flag,
Yeah, just thinks it blends into something maybe a fan threw out there.
Yeah, it was a towel that fell off a kid's waist, or you don't think about it being a flag. So we're getting closer to kickoff time, though, about 15 minutes away, and we've got a full crew here now. Again, this game was delayed. We expected the kickoff to be at 7. It's now at 7:30. I want to thank everyone who is staying with us. And we're going to go ahead and take another quick break to go hear from our sponsors and hand the steering wheel over to Cass, our producer, who is now here. Kat manning the camera tonight, and really appreciate their work and efforts and knowledge on keeping this stream going. Brendan, thanks for driving down here tonight to
Absolutely.
To join us.
I'm glad I got the call to come help, and it takes a crew to do these types of things and bring the entertainment to family members and everybody out there listening, so I'm super excited to help.
It's going to take a crew to carry all this equipment back down to that hole.
Yeah, we had to climb up a ladder to get on top of this press box. That's how much we care about you.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Celebrating 10 years.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School. This is Class 2A1, District 1 play between the Jones Longhorns and the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. The team captains are headed out to the sidelines. They'll eventually meet here in the middle of the field as we get ready for the coin flip. And the coin flip brought to you by Bail Bonds by Tamara. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bail Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110. That's 405-200-5110. 15 plus years of serving the community. Bail Bonds by Tamara. Starting, our captains for the Jones Longhorns tonight. Our quarterback, number 1, Asen Hansen. Our wide receiver, senior, Carlos Hardiman, number 7. And number 12, another senior, running back and linebacker, Luke DeBusk. And number 56, a senior lineman, Jack Mendoza. Our team captains for the Crooked Oak Roughnecks tonight as they are here on the field in front of us, about to head out to midfield. We have number 16, Caden Kennedy. Number 51, and I do not have a number 51 on my roster. I'll have to figure out who that one is. I do not have a number 59 on my roster either. We're going to be in trouble tonight. And number 70, Enrique Argueta, an offensive and defensive lineman for the Roughnecks. We'll see if we can figure out who 51 and 59 are here in just a little bit. I suppose it's going to be somebody that's already in the mix of one of those numbers, but we could be wrong. They may have to move some other folks around. Again, the coin flip being brought to you by Bail Bonds by Tamara. The official comes into the mix. He's giving instructions. Beautiful night sitting up here on top of the press box at Crooked Oak. The sky is painted with orange and hues of blue back to the west. A nice little breeze blowing. It was brutally hot a couple of hours ago when I arrived here, but this is just a gorgeous night here now.
Yeah, I looked up Crooked Oaks online from X Prep, and it doesn't have those numbers on here either, so unknown soldier.
All right, well, we can give their numbers, and we'll go from there. I'm looking at number 51. I don't have heights or weights on here either, so I can't even try to make a guess at who that might be. Now, number 59 is a pretty good-sized guy. If I had heights on here, I might be able to figure him out because he might be the biggest guy on their roster. Jones comes into this game, again, undefeated on the season. Crooked Oak has a 1 win on the season, and that was a victory over, I believe, Capitol Hill.
Yep.
We have that. I think we have that printed out, don't we? No, I don't have it. You have a copy of it?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yes, they got a win over Capitol Hill. It was 12-6.
What a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring game.
Yeah. So official still giving instructions out on the field right now. Again, we are getting a later start than expected. If you've been with us for some time now, we are about ready to start this game. We have the scoreboard on, 12 minutes on the board. It says first quarter and first down and 10 to go, and that's what we will have very shortly.
And I would like to say an apology if you hear a really loud voice coming through our microphones. We are at the very top of this press box, and we have the speakers, and there it goes right there. We have speakers right in front of us, so if you can't hear us when that happens, we do apologize.
So Crooked Oak won the coin flip. Again, coin flip brought to you by Bail Bonds by Tamara. They won the coin flip, declined the ball, so Jones will receive the kickoff. They will be lined up defending the east end zone. And they'll be going from our left to our right, east to west. And, of course, that means Crooked Oak will get the ball to begin the second half of play. Those team captains are headed back to their team huddles, get ready to take the field now with pomp and circumstance.
It's kind of cool. I didn't know Jones had a mascot. Usually most high schools don't have one, but that's pretty cool.
Now, there are quite a few. You know, down in that 2A level, I think that's still something I've seen quite a bit. I'm from Valiant, and Valiant has had a tradition of having a really fun and well-performing mascot who's actually gone and performed at the Orange Bowl multiple times during the halftime show.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. So here come the Crooked Oak Roughnecks out on the field. Looks like they have 14 guys suited up tonight. They have a few more than that on their roster, but not many more. So they're a little short-handed tonight. Some guys that are not available for, I don't know the reasons, but not available to play. And now the Jones Longhorns come out on the field as well. Their band is over there in the stands playing. Kind of a new anchor in the community here. The Crooked Oak High School is about a mile north of us, back to the west just a hair, and it sits right behind the new O'Connor Resort area there by the First Nations Museum.
Yep, that's really cool. I just did a project over O'Connor for class at UCL. We filmed a bunch of the stuff and kind of made a cool video for him. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Cool stuff you get to do when you're in school and start doing all those projects, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Kudos to this Chickasaw Nation, correct?
The what?
Chickasaw Nation, the O'Connor Resort. Is that correct?
I believe so. I didn't do the information. I just did the interview.
Okay. Well, cool stuff the Chickasaw Nation is doing around the state, along with our other tribes here in the state of Oklahoma. They have their heritage, their tradition, and all the values that they bring of family and hard work and just everything they do to contribute back to the state of Oklahoma and build great facilities like the O'Connor Resort here in Oklahoma City. Ball being placed on the 40-yard line. We are about ready to go. Our first quarter will be brought to you by Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. You can find Elemental Insulation on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Elemental Insulation. Appreciate their support with the broadcast today. Trying to see the numbers. There's just those, to me, those green numbers on white are really hard to make out.
Yeah, it is kind of tough.
If you help me, got a flat kick, and that one is going out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So the flag comes down. That's considered an illegal procedure penalty when you kick it out of bounds on the kickoff. I expect what will happen here is Jones will just take the ball at, I believe it's the 35-yard line. Is that correct?
Yes. And there's the pink flags you were talking about.
We got pink flags tonight. So Jones has the 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Crooked Oak out on the field. Asen Hansen, the quarterback, and we've got 3 receivers here on the near side of the field, one on the far side. Is that number 5, Jaquan Johnson, at the tailback position. He is in motion to the left. It is Jaquan. Little swing pass out here to the right side. Hunter Purvis takes the catch down the sideline, brought out of bounds inside Crooked Oak territory near the 40-yard line.
And just trying to get the game started off something short, something simple.
And I heard some discussion that we might have a running clock tonight. That appears to be the case because after one play, we are almost a minute and a half into the game clock. So this game, though we got a late start, may still finish on what we expected to be the initial schedule.
Yeah, right.
Hansen back in shotgun with Johnson on his right, 2 receivers each side of the field. Hansen fakes the handoff. Swings it back out to Purvis on the right side. He steps out of bounds right at the 30-yard line, maybe a couple of yards extra at the 28.
Yeah, defensive player kind of slipped through the line right there in the A gap, and it was a good pull by the quarterback and kind of just floated it out there to the wide receiver. Yeah, Hanson made a really good decision.
Yeah,
pulling that. And
I was really expecting him to go ahead and hand off to Johnson that time, but nice play set up. And the way the play unfolded, it probably was a lateral.
Yeah.
The pass that he made, but it was almost like an option play, but it was an overhand pass.
Yeah.
Hanson back in shotgun. Johnson takes the backward pass in the backfield, gets around the left side. He's got a little space down out of bounds at the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Jones Longhorns.
And that's exactly what I was talking about in the beginning of the pregame is Johnson's speed. It's very, very dangerous, and getting him out wide is even more dangerous.
Got a big nose tackle in there. Kind of a big-bodied guy for Crooked Oak.
He looks to be around probably 6'2", 6'3",
yeah.
Big old fella.
Hanson takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Johnson. This time Johnson goes right off the left side, right into the end zone for the score. We are at 6-0 with the extra point attempt coming. And, yes, the clock is rolling.
Yeah, but it's already down to 8 minutes. It's kind of something I haven't really seen before, but
we are in the first quarter, 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first. Jones has taken the 6-0 lead on the opening drive. They had the ball at the 35-yard line. A couple of little swing passes out to Hunter Purvis, got them deep into Crooked Oak territory. And then it was Jaquan Johnson doing the rest as he punched that ball in. That is your drive summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition, located at Hiwassee, where you can energize and fuel your day. Extra point attempt up, high kick, goes over the electrical lines.
That's going to be a hard football to find.
Out into the trees. Dude, that is some deep. I drove past that today. That's some thick stuff over there in those trees.
It is.
There's a kid out there waiting on it, though. Here he comes with the football. 7-0, just a little under 8 minutes to play in the first period. Clock's rolling, and Jones will be kicking off now to Crooked Oak. We're not going to have a lot of commercial breaks in this ball game, I don't think.
I wouldn't say we will, especially with the clock running and just playing football. But yeah, that first drive is just something simple. Give it to Johnson and score. I like the decision. Just keep it simple.
Yeah, every play except one, I think. Or maybe every play except for the 5-yard run for the score was a first down play.
Yep. And we'll probably see quite a bit of that tonight. But kind of excited to see how Crooked Oak's offense will roll. I know they don't have much depth, so a lot of these kids will be playing both ways.
All right, it is Marinko kicking for the Jones Longhorns. A high kick. It's going to be taken at the 25-yard line. Two players run into each other. Finally taken down at the 32. That's number 3, Jaden Curry, a junior for the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. I'm thankful for the long cords on these headsets so I can move around this speaker and see.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too close to the speaker and just lean back and forth because it'd be so loud.
Yeah, it is a big speaker.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Crooked Oak. 2 tailbacks, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Low snap, taken, throw over the middle. Boy, that was just almost a great play for Crooked Oak. I mean, it was on target, trying to make the catch. Julian Ramon hit him in the hands, but it was well defended, and the hands of the defender were in there, knocked the ball out.
Yeah, it wasn't the best snap, but good job by the quarterback to buy some time and find an open wide receiver.
And he was getting hit as he released the ball as well. Quarterback Caden Kennedy was one of the team captains out on the field. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Good snap this time, handed off. Nowhere to go on this left side. And that was number 20. Dorian Wiley making the tackle.
Oh, sorry.
27, right?
Yeah, 27. I was talking about Crooked Oak.
Okay. 27 for Jones making the tackle, Eli DeBusk. Narek Galvan, the ball carrier for Crooked Oak. Not a lot of speed as he tried to get around that corner. Not a lot of size in the skill players here for Crooked Oak. Kennedy in shotgun, takes the snap, drops back, looking to pass, airs this one out over the head of his receiver, almost picked off right through the hands of Derek Templeton.
Yeah, and this offensive line for Crooked Oak hasn't been doing too terrible in this passing game.
4th down now for the Roughnecks. Ball at the 27-yard line. They've had a loss of 5 on the play, so it's 4th and 5th on the drive. 4th and 15. They're not lined up in a punt formation. Maybe a quick kick or something about to happen here. Okay. Kennedy is now an up man, not taking the snap. So this is a new variation on a punt formation. Sean Mejia. Well, quick hit, and that one is going out of bounds just past midfield.
Mejia's punt goes out of bounds.
They're going to mark that one out right where it landed out of bounds instead of where it crossed the sideline. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Jones at their own 40-yard line. Clock still ticking, 3:40 to play in the first period.
Yeah, and with the clock rolling, this might be the fastest first quarter I've ever commentated, so kind of feels weird for it to already be 3 minutes.
Yeah, I've seen this in second half, of course, before, but
right.
Yeah, this game's gonna end very quickly tonight. Hanson in shotgun, and it is Jose Taylor with the handoff now. He's around the left side, legs churning, has the first down, still going deep into Crooked Oak territory, still going. Finally brought down inside the 30-yard line.
Gain of 39.
Yeah, and you were talking about Taylor last week. You said he got a lot of touches and was doing really well, and that just shows that he is, just as fast and capable as Johnson is as well.
Well, and it's, I skill at the running back position is so very important, but how well your team blocks as a team and how well they hold their blocks makes a running back. And if you've got guys that, maybe there's a little bit of a drop-off, but they can do really well behind some good team blocking. Taylor again, pushing, diving to the goal line, touchdown. 2 plays, 60 yards, all Jose Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. just 2 plays on that one and made do in quick time and got the touchdown.
He stumbled and bumbled and fell on the goal line. I wasn't sure they would call it a touchdown because where he fell, I didn't know if the ball crossed the plane before it was
close.
down.
It was close, but hey, we'll always take a touchdown.
Again, want to thank our first quarter sponsor here, Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. You can find them on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Marinko to kick the extra point again for Jones. The holder for the Longhorns, number 4, Cade Templeton. Kick is up, and that one goes over the electric lines, into the tree, over the parked cars and into the trees.
Into the abyss.
It didn't go too far into the abyss, so once again, a Jones student comes running out of there with the football. They're not afraid to take a hit on the football field, and their youngins are not afraid to go into the forest.
I like
the forbidden forest for the tree.
I was about to say, head coach might have to put some order on some new footballs.
So Jones took that possession of that. For that possession, they started at their own 40-yard line after the punt out of bounds. Handoff to Jose Taylor. He runs it all the way down inside the 30, and then another handoff, and he runs it into the end zone for the score. And that is the drive summary brought to you by Jones Nutrition, located on Hiwassee, where you can energize and fuel your day. Marinko to kick. And we're getting very near the end of the first quarter here. 30 seconds on the clock with a running clock for the whole game.
Good kick.
Deep kick tipped by a Crooked Oak player. Goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Not sure why he reached up and even touched that ball. That's a dangerous thing to do.
It is.
Could have been another score for Jones if he had not picked the ball up.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't matter if he touches it or not with a kickoff, but that's going to bring an end to the first quarter, folks. The score is 14-0. Jones leading Crooked Oak after one period of play. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School where the Jones Longhorns lead the Crooked Oak Roughnecks 14-0 after one period of play. For those of you watching, we do have a running clock. We do not have a scoreboard clock tonight. We apologize to you for that. We had to kind of make a few accommodation changes, get up on the press box, and just not a good angle or a way to get the camera pointed at the scoreboard. But it's Crooked Oak ball after a kickoff at the end of the first period. Kennedy takes the snap, swings it out to the left side. Ball's caught, and best thing he could have done would have been let that one go through his hands, but he catches that one behind the line of scrimmage and gets tackled for a loss of 4 yards.
Yeah, Kennedy kind of just hung that one up a little too high, and could have been pretty dangerous if Jones' corner kind of struck down, but it was a good tackle. And I've never seen that kind of formation 4 wide before, especially in high school. I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, when you talk about spreading it, you spread it all one way.
Yep. Just one side at a time.
Yeah, just maybe an attempt to get a few more blocks out there for the
Right.
receiver to make a move. Kennedy back in shotgun. He's standing at his own 10-yard line now with a second, and we'll call it 15. Got one running back behind him and looking to call Jones offsides, and he does it.
Penalty on the play.
They get the 5 yards back, 2nd and 10.
Offsides on the defense and move it up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And the only downside to being outside is I'm getting eaten up by gnats.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit of mosquito action, but
I haven't seen one yet.
guess there's something on my skin they like. Might be the lotion I'm using.
You taste better than I do. All right, we are down to 10:21 left to play in the first half. 14-0, Jones leading Crooked Oak. Kennedy for Crooked Oak. Shotgun snap, 2nd and 10. Pass over the middle, tipped, bounce, tipped.
Oh.
Tipped off of 4 Jones players inside the 35 and falls to the ground.
Wow, that was between, 3-4 guys right there.
Somebody should have been able to pick that ball up.
A little hot potato.
Yeah. 3rd down and 10 now for Crooked Oak. Crooked Oak just taking their time, using up all the play clock they can. Not going to be a lot of plays in this game, are there?
Probably not. I don't think so. Not much to say.
Kennedy back in shotgun. One tailback to his left. 2 receivers near side. Kennedy keeps it. He goes left, and he's hit just behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-yard loss. A 4th and 12 now for Crooked Oak.
Yeah, just the first design run we've seen from Kennedy so far, and just didn't have any blockers out there. Nothing really he can do.
You had guys going out there. They're just more defenders than there were blockers.
Right, and that's another thing that Jones does really well is swarming to the ball. Every single play, they're all there no matter where it's at.
And, this game is lopsided. Most everyone expected it to be lopsided. Don't know about the Jones players or the Jones coach, but, if they're being realistic, that's kind of the outcome you expect. the Jones players, despite expecting that, are still, as you said, swarming to the ball, playing discipline, doing the things they're supposed to do. Punt by Crooked Oak goes into the Jones stands. Jones is going to take over possession this time in their own territory.
25 yards. Will be 1st and 10 for Jones.
Looks like that ball is going to be right at the Jones 40. Well, further down than I thought. Where are we going? It's at the Jones 45. Okay. I was watching the wrong official. There was one running down the field carrying a ball, and I thought, where's he going? 8 minutes left to play in the first half. Jones leads 14-0. Asen Hansen in shotgun. 2 receivers on each side of the field. Hansen drops back under pressure. Big man chasing him. That's a big defender in there. Pass down the field to Evan Collier. Tiptoes, but does not get his feet in bounds.
From up here, it really looked like he may have got a toe down.
I thought he got both feet. I thought that one was good in the NFL.
Yeah, that was a very athletic play.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good job by Evan Collier getting it down, but the official was a yard away from him, so we'll have to.
Got to trust that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. 2nd and 10 for Jones at their own 45. Excuse me, at the Crooked Oak 45. Yeah, I said Jones 45 earlier. They're at the Crooked Oak 45. Hansen drops back, pass across the middle, through the hands of number 17, Ace Guthrie. Ace caught a couple of passes last week as well.
Yeah, that's one of those he's going to want back.
Offensive line for Jones, if I can see who all's out there right now. Number 62, Omar Ruiz Mendez. Number 70, Walker Wyatt, I believe. Yes, Walker is a sophomore out there on the offensive line tonight. We'll try to get a couple of the other names. We don't often get an opportunity to call those lineman names. Long pass down the field over the head of the intended receiver, Carlos Hardiman.
It was there, but he floated it a little too high and gave it a little too much juice.
Jack Mendoza, the senior, out there on the offensive line, along with number 77, Ty Duran. I don't have the grade for Ty on here, but he is 6 foot, 286-pound lineman.
I think we're being told that he is a sophomore.
Sophomore. There's some young guys on the line out there for
big
Jones.
guys, big guys.
Man, you got a young line that's coming back. Now, what's that say for your program in the next couple of years? Pass to Evan Collier on the back shoulder. He just reaches up and takes that one. Had to slow down just a hair for it, but he was well past his defender into the end zone. 45-yard touchdown for Evan Collier. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half, and the score is now 20-0. Jones on top.
Yeah, after Hansen had that overthrown ball, I don't blame him for wanting to go back to basically the same thing and get that one back. So, good grab by Collar.
Marenko to kick the extra point. Low snap. Ball placed well. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-0 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School, where the Jones Longhorns just scored for the third time in this game with a running clock. 4 minutes to play in the first half. It's 21-0. Jones kicking off to Crooked Oak, who will have a 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Our drive summary on that last drive is really simple. Incomplete pass, 45-yard touchdown pass to Evan Collier.
Yep. That's about it.
Nice throw from Asen Hansen. He come over the inside shoulder of Collier and laid that ball in there. Collier slowed down a little bit to catch it, but great job, and appreciate Jones Nutrition for being our drive summary sponsor. Jones Nutrition is located on Hiwassee and is a place where you can energize and fuel your day. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the first half of this one. 21-0 the score. Kennedy and shotgun for Crooked Oak. Again, at their own 21, drops back, looks to pass. Behind the receiver, diving for the interception was Derek Templeton, but just couldn't get there.
Yeah, I think they just had a little bit of miscommunication. It looked like Kennedy was thinking he was going to do kind of a 5-yard stop, but he just kept going.
So if there's anything that's surprising me in this game right now, and you made a point of it earlier, it's dominant performance by Jones. But Jones is not getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
No, they're not, and that's I don't want to say that's surprising, but like you have for Jones, one of the guys that destroyed Bethany, number 72. Let's find his name, Michael Renfro or Winrow, if I'm saying that correct.
Renfro. Yeah.
He was, he's a really big guy, and there he is chasing him, but.
And a pass interference call is going to be coming in against Jones on that play, I believe. Pass was thrown down the field. Kennedy was under pressure. Should be a 15-yard pickup for Crooked Oak. That'll be their first down of the game, right?
Yeah, that will be. What was the penalty? I didn't see the speaker. Okay, I was going to say the speaker was right there where the play happened. Yeah, but like you said, this Crooked Oak offensive line, this pass offensive line is not bad. They're holding their own.
Yeah, just as we had said that, there was a little bit more pressure on that play. So, right?
Yeah, curse the commentator.
Always happens that way. Dorian Wiley getting in there, Michael Renfro getting in there on that play. Wyatt Ellefson was in the mix. Kennedy, shotgun snap. And whistles blow. I believe we have a timeout called by Crooked Oak. That should stop the clock. 1:11 left to play in the first half. 21-0, Jones leading Crooked Oak, and timeout called by the Crooked Oak head coach. And I just completely went blank on David Roller. Met him earlier, nice guy. We're going to take a break here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brennan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School coming out of the timeout called by Crooked Oak. They have the ball with the 1st and 10 after the 15-yard penalty, pass interference penalty called on Jones. Kennedy keeps it, goes left. Looked like he may have had an opportunity, but after he got past one defender, there were two more there.
Yeah.
Good ball pursuit again, right?
Absolutely, and like I was saying in pregame, Jesse Hernandez Jr. is really good at that. Like, his angles are really good. They're downfield like you want a linebacker, outside linebacker to have. So
now we have a timeout called by the Jones Longhorns with 51 seconds. So we have this running clock going, but it looks like Jones may be wanting an opportunity to get the ball back to try to put another score on the board before halftime here. They're not going to get an opportunity with the running clock the whole game to run many plays and work on much tonight. And it's not that they want to run the score up on Crooked Oak, but you also need to keep your momentum going, and you need to keep the perception of how well your team's performing going with those who are out there paying somewhat attention to high school sports. And a lot of times those guys will just see the score. Well, it was 35-0. We thought that'd be a 70-point game,
Right.
or it was a 3-score, but they don't know that the clock ran the whole game.
And that's kind of tough on a good team like Jones too, because you go into games and it's not a practice, but like still it's a game. You're doing things, you're trying to play, and you're trying to get these things fundamentally ready for playoffs. And when you play a team like this and it's kind of slow and the clock keeps running, it's just kind of hard to bounce back from that and just play next week Chisholm. And like you're saying, it's a good team, so they're going to have a good week of practice, hard week of practice.
Absolutely.
To kind of bounce back and focus on their mission.
We talked about temps, and the temp's great out here tonight, but it was really hot earlier. Should be a good week of temps coming up, I believe.
Absolutely.
Pass, intercepted, headed toward the end zone, and that is a defensive touchdown scored by Eli DeBusk.
Great eyes on the play. DeBusk saw that the whole way and just took it, had a great block, and great pick six.
So trying to get another score on the board before the halftime, and they did it. Yeah.
Yep, that was their mission. Good timeout, Coach.
Yeah, didn't need to get the ball back on offense to make it happen. They were able to do it defensively. Kind of felt like that was – we've had so many close calls on interceptions. There's been at least 3 balls already that felt like should have been intercepted that weren't, that was bound to happen soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
27-0, and the clock's still ticking. This is going to wind out the half on the extra point, and we're going to have a horn sound before the kick. Oh, the kick's up, and the horn sounds. 28-0 at halftime. That's kind of weird to run the clock when you're in the final seconds kicking an extra point, but
doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. So Crooked Oak will get the ball to begin the second half of play. The score is 28-0 with a running clock here in the first half, and we are going to take a break, folks, as the Jones Longhorns getting it done in Crooked Oak tonight here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Give a big round of applause.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School, where the Jones Longhorns lead to the Crooked Oak Roughnecks 28-0 at halftime. We're about ready for the second half, beginning of the second half here. Jones kicking to Crooked Oak. The last score by Jones, and we didn't do a scoring drive summary on it because it was not an offensive possession, but it was an interception return by Eli DeBusk, is that
Yes.
Eli DeBusk with the interception return on that last score right as time run out in the first half. If you're just joining us or didn't catch on to it earlier, there has been a running clock since the opening kickoff. So this game's flying by, and Jones has still managed to put 4 scores on the scoreboard.
Yep, hasn't been a lot of plays or a lot of drives, but
all right, kickoff begins the second half of play. That one taken at the 5-yard line. Run, trying to get to the outside, gets around a defender, across the 30, sidesteps a defender, across the 40. What a return by number 2. Was that number 2? Yeah, Sean Mejia.
Yeah, that was one of the most positive plays tonight.
Absolutely. That's a 36-yard return by Mejia. First and 10 for Crooked Oak at their own 41-yard line. Cade Templeton and Derek Templeton playing corners. Kennedy back in shotgun for Crooked Oak. Drops back. Going to keep it. And he gets just shy of the line of scrimmage. Boy, it looked like he was going to have an opportunity to pick some stuff up. But instead of just diving forward and taking the contact, he tried to go sideways, and it resulted in a loss of a yard. You can't run sideways when the guys are faster than you.
No, there's really nothing he can do.
Yeah. Second down and 11 for Crooked Oak. Once again, we want to thank Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. Find them on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Elemental Insulation. Kennedy and shotgun, 3 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. And whistle blows, the flag comes in, and a false start's called on Crooked Oak.
Yeah, I wonder which player it was on, because I didn't see that one.
I wonder if it wasn't a formation issue or something.
Yeah.
I did not see movement either.
No.
A lot of times officials will just call the false start signal when it's really an illegal shift or illegal formation or something like that. Timeout called by Crooked Oak with 9:35 left to play in the third period. We've only run 2 plays so far, and we're 2.5 minutes into the quarter already.
Yep.
So, we'll go ahead and stay here for this. It's a 2nd down and 16 for Crooked Oak. The ball is backed up at their own 35-yard line now. Be interesting what the coach is thinking, or what he wants to do. Is he thinking about drawing up or trying to run a trick play here?
In a game like this, and you're short a lot of guys, and you're down in the game. I mean, might as well just have some fun and throw some things out there.
Yeah, throw a few wrinkles.
Yeah.
I mean, it could go terribly bad, but at this point, you got to find a game, right?
Yeah.
So we've got 3 receivers here on the near side of the field. Coaches are still out there with Crooked Oak trying to show them where they want them to line up and what they want them to do. So I got a feeling the coaches are playing a little backyard ball right now, maybe. Kennedy in shotgun. He's got one back to his left. 2nd and 16, zone 35. Keeps it. He's got a big hole up the middle. Gets a little bit of that yardage back. Picks up 5 on the play. Gets to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good blocking right there for Crooked Oak's left tackle. And I think that was kind of a design run, too. Let everybody kind of flee and pick up some yards.
That is the biggest offensive gain off of just running a play that Crooked Oak has had tonight, a 5-yard gain. They had a 15-yard pass interference penalty against Jones that led to a first down earlier, but most of their plays have been either incomplete passes, an interception, or negative yardage plays. 3rd down and 11 at their own 40. Get 2 receivers on each side of the field. Single back. Kennedy takes it, rolls to his right, and gets taken down out there. Who by? You keep talking about him. Jesse Hernandez Jr.
Yep. And it looks like maybe a flag over there on that backside, and that is a flag.
Illegal shift on Crooked Oak will be declined. Big loss on the play. It was a 3rd down and 11. We'll call it an 8-yard loss on the play. Makes it a 4th and 19 now. Crooked Oak at their own 31-yard line. This is a shallow punt formation. Kick is off. Boy, your man Renfro just almost got in there to get a hand on that punt. Punt return coming here, hopping, dancing, and juking. Finally being brought down inside the Crooked Oak 35-yard line. Getting it done there was number 10, Drew Thomas. Saw a lot of Drew Thomas last week. Called his name a few times last week as well.
Yeah. He's a really athletic player and is dangerous in those kind of situations.
He was really patient there, just kind of following his blockers, right?
Yep.
And waiting for the defensive player to miss. 1st and 10 for Jones at the Crooked Oak 31-yard line. Hanson in shotgun. Jose Taylor is the tailback. Evan Collier's in motion to the left side. Hanson under pressure. Gets away from the defender. Pitches it to Taylor, who's just hanging out there. Taylor gets around a couple of defenders. Got a flag in the backfield, and Taylor's in the end zone. I think we're going to have a hold. That is the signal.
Run gets a touchdown, but there is a penalty flag in the play. It'll be holding on Jones.
It was number 59, one of the big guys out there on the field that we did not have on the roster. That's one of those numbers we couldn't find earlier.
That's true.
He was in the backfield chasing down Hanson, and one of the offensive linemen came back in, blocked him.
It didn't look – I think that was Mendoza. That didn't look like a hold. It was a good, kind of a good block, but –
yeah, if anything, it might have been an issue with him coming back up the field to make the block.
Right.
Maybe he didn't get around in front of him. Maybe it was, a little bit more of a block in the back. But it results in a 10-yard penalty on Jones. They now have a first and 24, at the Crooked Oak 45-yard line. Hanson takes the shotgun snap, rows left, pulls up, pass complete, back to the original line of scrimmage. I believe that's Hunter Purvis out there, and he has the first down across the 20-yard line. Nope. It was not Hunter Purvis, was it?
No, that was number 7, Carlos Hardman.
All right. I complained last week. I'm going to complain again this week. I have a new bifocal prescription, and I'm not sure that I'm seeing as clearly as I was before. I may need to wear the old glasses to the football game. Hanson takes the shotgun snap, hands off to Taylor. Taylor dances through the line and is taken down for a gain of 5 on the play. Caden Kennedy on the tackle. We've called his name as the quarterback for Crooked Oak, but now we call it on the defensive side of the ball. .429 left to play in the third period. Jones, their first and probably only possession of the third period at this point, now threatening to score. They're at the 15-yard line with a 2nd and 5. Taylor in motion. Hanson takes a shotgun snap, throws it in the end zone, over the head of the defender.
Good throw.
And in the hands of Hardeman for the touchdown.
Really good throw. Didn't lob that one up and make him run for it. Just put a kind of a 2-ball right there, right over the defender's head and right in the breadbasket.
Any defender, they made a throw like that last week against Millwood and then made the throw this week against Crooked Oak. If a defender's paying attention to the receiver and gets his head turned around, can easily bat it down or even make a play on the catch. But in both cases, it's resulted in a really nice offensive play.
Yeah.
Marinko kicks the extra point. That one hits the white pickup.
Bad place to park.
And it was no good, I believe, was the signal. 34-0 is the score now with 3 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the third period and a running clock. We're going to take a break here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez, back at Crooked Oak High School. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play with the running clock in the third period. Jones Longhorns lead the Crooked Oak Roughnecks 35-0 here in southeast Oklahoma City tonight. This football field, located about a mile southeast of Crooked Oak High School, is at Southeast 22nd, just off of Eastern. Kind of a lot of industry just north of the field, but a park setting just across 22nd. Got the softball field here on the south side of the football field, and then a park across the street.
Yeah. So a little bit of quarterback change. It looks like the left tackle is in at quarterback.
And he's playing quarterback with the number 70. That's interesting. I'm not sure that's a legal number for a quarterback. Well, and his first snap count works as he draws Jones off sides. No, it's a false start against Crooked Oak. Okay. Well, in that case, I was wrong. 1st and 15 for Crooked Oak. I saw a high school, this was about 15 years ago, they had a guy play quarterback, and he looked He was the biggest guy on the team. He looked like a phenomenal offensive lineman.
Huh.
And he could move okay. He was hard to tackle.
Yeah, I bet.
The dude had an arm, man.
Yeah.
He could hit a target down the field. So big number 70 running with the ball, and he has a defender hanging on to him, and then 4 Longhorns come in and wallop him from the front. I don't know that he picked up any yardage on the play. That is Enrique Argueta.
And I wonder what that decision was, because he looks a little frustrated down there, and coaches are kind of debriefing him. But I wonder what ultimately was the decision to take out their quarterback.
It looks like we had a timeout called. I did not catch which team called the timeout.
It was, I believe, Crooked Oak.
All right, timeout on the field. We'll take one as well here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School where the Jones Longhorns lead 35. It actually says 35 on the board now. It was the extra point was not good. The scoreboard said 34, but they've now added a point on the scoreboard.
All righty.
I don't understand. 35-0 is what the scoreboard says. Crooked Oak has the ball with a second down and 15. And we got a bad snap picked up and a tackle in the backfield. Eli DeBus come in and makes a hit after other contact was made by, I believe, that was Ellefson. Another loss on the play brings up 3rd and 20, I believe, for Crooked Oak. In District 1 of Class 2A1, of course, last week the Jones Longhorns beat the Millwood Falcons 59-19. Millwood and Oklahoma Christian School are playing tonight. And in the second quarter of that game, Oklahoma Christian is up by 1 score, 24-17 on Millwood. And that game a lot closer than the matchup between Millwood and Jones last week.
Right.
Doesn't necessarily mean that Jones would just automatically, if you look at matchups, run all over OCS, but it is give you some indication for where those teams stand this year. We're at the end of the third period. 35-0 is what the scoreboard says. We'll run with a 35-0 score here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brendan Rodriguez. The producer, I've got to get last names. I'm sorry, I don't know these ladies as well. But Cass, our producer, and Kat, our camera operator tonight here at Crooked Oak High School where the Jones Longhorns lead 35-0 as we start the fourth period of play. It is a 3rd and 20 for Crooked Oak. Kennedy back at quarterback now. So the couple attempts that Crooked Oak made at putting someone else at quarterback did not go well.
No, it didn't.
False start, a 0 gain, and a loss of 10, basically, is what it's amounted to.
Yeah,
or a loss of 5, excuse me.
Yeah, not sure what the decision on that was, but didn't seem to help much.
3 receivers on the near side of the field. Crooked Oak now going east to west. Kennedy, little swing pass, incomplete, just past the outstretched hands of number 20 for Crooked Oak.
And it seems to that now the second string has entered the game for Jones in this fourth quarter. A lot of substitutions out there.
Narek Galvan was that intended receiver. So for Jones out on the defensive line now Jacob Mendoza is out there. Walker Wyatt still out on the field. We also see Mars Morales out there now. Number 80, Johnny Shaw. High punt, best punt of the night for Crooked Oak. No one back for Jones. They're just going to let that one fall dead inside the Jones 30-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 27 for the Jones Longhorns. See if we see Marinko come out and play quarterback now, possibly.
Yeah, looking over there, it seems like the starting offensive line's still out there, and it seems that he is out in quarterback now.
Is that Marinko?
Yes.
We'd like to give a big round of applause to all of our alumni.
Cash
alumni for coming to support
Cash Marinko at quarterback for the Jones Longhorns. I believe that's Ben Williams in at tailback now as well. Got a man in motion. Little pass swung out to the left side. Nice catch. Running past defenders. Running over defenders. Dragging defenders is Ace Guthrie. All the way down inside the 45-yard line of Crooked Oak.
Yeah, great play. Just a little simple swing route and picked up a bunch. And looking at Cash Marinko in pregame, seeing him throw, he has a good arm as well.
Yeah, Cash played really well when he came in last week against Millwood. That was a nice little throw. Of course, it didn't require a long throw down the field. He hit his man in the backfield, but he was accurate on the throw, and it led to a big gain. Collier in motion. Same kind of play going to the other side. Collier catches it. He's past everyone and he's out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, basically just the same play they did last play and executed it really well.
Yeah, run it left, run it right. 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Jones leading 35-0. Marinko at quarterback now here in this fourth period with the running clock. It's been a running clock the whole game. Ben Williams at tailback. 2 receivers each side of the field. Williams takes the handoff up the middle, goes left, pushes defender down to the 6-yard line. Call that a 9.5-yard gain. 2nd and inches for the first down now. Marinko back in shotgun. Same formation as the last play. I bet we see Williams run it again. No, Marinko keeps it, and he's in the end zone for the score.
Yeah, good eyes by Marinko to see the crashing defensive end and just pulls it, makes a really athletic play for a good touchdown.
41-0 the score now with 8 minutes to play in the ball game. I would expect to see so many delays on this next Crooked Oak possession that Jones may not get the ball back.
There's a big possibility that might happen.
Even though there's 8 minutes left on the clock, it is running. Marinko scores the rushing touchdown and now will be kicking the extra point as well. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. 7.5 minutes, 42-0 is the score now with the Jones Longhorns on top of the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. So we're going to take a quick break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brennan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School, where the Jones Longhorns just went up 42-0 over the Crooked Oak Roughnecks. And Brendan, how would you describe, courtesy of Jones Nutrition, how would you describe that last drive, scoring drive by?
Oh, it was a really good drive. I think, what was the backup quarterback's last name again?
So Marinko.
Marinko, yeah. I think he just did a good job. I think he's, calm and constructed. Like you said, he played last week and played really well when he came in. He had really good, like you said, it wasn't anything forced downfield, but made some good throws out to the outside, good handoffs, and to score, he made a good read and pulled the ball and just put 6 up. And
little swing pass to the left to Guthrie over here to start the drive. Then they went right to Collier on the very next play, passing into the backfield. Picked up a lot of yardage. Handoff to Ben Williams, who got him right down near the goal line, and then he just made a good read on that play to drive it on in. Jones Nutrition, located on Hiawassee, where you can energize and fuel up your day. Hey, that's a good run on that play by Crooked Oak.
What was crazy is the snap maybe went a yard, and he had to pick it up from the ground.
Kennedy making the 11-yard run for the first down, but he gets up and then goes down to the field. He is limping and doesn't look like he's going to be available for the next play. So we have an injury on the field. The clock is stopped for the injury timeout at 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Crooked Oak has the ball, a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Jones leads 42-0 here in the 4th period. We're going to take a break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Brennan Rodriguez back at Crooked Oak High School. Looks like Kennedy is on his feet, makes his way to the sideline, getting worked on over here on the sideline now. The young man that's played quarterback and linebacker, I believe, for Crooked Oak tonight. 5 minutes to play in this ball game, and the clock is rolling. Jones leading Crooked Oak 42-0. It's a 1st and 10 for Crooked Oak at their own 45-yard line. So who we got playing quarterback now? Is that number 20?
I can't see. Yeah, that's number 20.
That is Narek Galvan playing quarterback, and he is wrapped up for a 5-yard loss on the play. Driven back a few more yards. Not very big guy.
Nope.
Doing everything he can do out there. You know, you come out and you play like in a position he's in right now, and he's having to step in at quarterback, and you come out and you take your lumps in a game like this, and you have frequent games like that during a season, but you keep coming back, and you practice during the week, and you keep suiting up and playing. So we got a timeout on the field. All right, Crooked Oak has their final timeout of the game. They have none left now. But as I was saying, these guys, you take Narek Galvan, play quarterback on that play, and just got pummeled at the end of it. You got to be tough. You got to have a tough mindset to keep coming back and knowing that you're going to have games you're going to be facing that, but you just want to keep coming out and keep playing the game.
Yeah, especially him at running back and having to fill in the spot and just being down as big as they are is tough. Like you said, you got to have a lot of morale and just confidence in yourself to go out there and do the best for your team.
The Jones Longhorns coming back out on the field here, ready to go. Again, we are 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in this one. Crooked Oak's taking their final timeout. It's been a running clock since the opening kick of this one, so we started late at 7:30. Here we are at 8:45, an hour and 15 minutes in, and we're getting very near the end of this one.
Yep.
I do not expect Jones to call another timeout, so we're probably 4 minutes from the end of the game.
Yep, I believe so, and they'll just let this one roll on out.
So now we have number 3 in at quarterback for Crooked Oak. That is Jaden Curry. Drops back, looking to pass, rolls to his right, under pressure, taken down inside the 30-yard line. Taken down Curry is number 22, Ben Williams. Williams, that sophomore I was talking about that had a good fourth quarter against Millwood last week. Of course, he had one run down a minute ago in that last drive by Jones, and then gets the tackle on this play. Leonidas Morales on the field for Jones, along with Rowdy Messer, Luke Wilkinson, Colt Williams, handoff up the middle and a stop after a very short gain on the play of about 3. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 24 for Crooked Oak.
Yeah, it was good tackle from Jones's defensive line. Reading that one really well.
Fabian Garza out there on the field for Jones. Running out on the field now is number 14. I do not have a number 14 on my roster. Have to figure out who that one is. Punt, nice punt down the field. No return man back there, and this one is going to hit the grass and just kind of takes a 1-foot bounce straight up and dies right there at the 26.
Didn't roll anywhere.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the ball game. Clock is running, and Jones is going to come back out. They could effectively, with the running clock, take a couple of knees and call this game quits. But with these other guys coming off the bench and getting just this one opportunity to come out and play offense, I would expect to see them run some plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of, like you said, the thing you do, and get these guys some reps.
We got a number 0 out here. I believe that's a 0. If there's a wrinkle in the middle of it, it could be. I don't think that could be Trip Rogers,
either
number 8.
Either a 6 or a 9 or an 8.
That might be Trip Rogers, number 8, out here on the near side. It's built kind of like Trip. Long pass down the field by Marinko. Rogers battling for it. No, that is, that's
number
a 6, isn't it? That's Tyshawn Rogers.
Yeah, good defense by Jaden Curry. He's also stepped in at quarterback role. That didn't go so well in the last drive, but stuck with the Jones wide receiver the whole way and deflected that pass.
Kenneth Pierce in at receiver on the far side of the field, number 81. I can make his number out. High snap to Marinko. Lofts this one in the air over the head.
And there is some laundry on the field after that. Maybe a hold.
That one's in the Jones backfield. Hold against Jones is going to back Jones up, and we're down to 30 seconds to go in this ball game. We might run one more play, and we might not. Let's wait and see when they spot the ball and wind the clock.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he looks like he's wanting one more play.
Well, the official's taking his time, and the clock is down to 20 seconds now. So we might run one more.
Might as well.
Marinko could just take a knee when he catches this snap as well. And he's going to go ahead and throw it. And that one is complete out there to Kenneth Pierce. He sidesteps the defender, has the sideline, and is taken down at the 45 as the clock rose to 0. 42-0, the final score tonight, with a rolling clock from the opening kick to the final play.
Yeah, that was the quickest football game I've been a part of. I've never seen a running clock before, but I can understand why and why the coaches agreed to that. But yeah, a really good game. Saw some good things from Jones. Some good blocks, good runs, and a couple good throws by Hinson. But yeah, I think they just need to have a good week of practice and get ready for Chisholm.
Yeah, get ready for Chisholm. The game is on Thursday night next week at Jones. Thursday night game. It is fall break next week. Most of the schools around the state are playing on Thursday night. A few games, the schools are struggling to get officials when all the schools are playing on the same night. We have a shortage of officials to cover all those games at one time. So a lot of times you have a game moved to a Thursday night just so they can get officials. Well, it may be the opposite next week. There may be some games moved to Friday night,
right?
Because everyone else is playing on Thursday. But right now that game is planned for Thursday night at Jones, take on the Chisholm Longhorns. It'll be the Longhorns versus the Longhorns.
There you go.
Sounds like a bullfight, right?
There you go, yeah.
All right. 42-0, the final score in this one. Brendan, really appreciate you come out and join me tonight. Your help has been invaluable. We missed Tessa, but you did a great job.
I appreciate it. I was happy to join.
And Cass did a great job as producer. Kat running the camera. Really appreciate the work that you guys do and keeping everything running well. 42-0, the final here tonight. Not a lot to talk about in this one.
No, not much.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank our sponsors that made it possible. I'm going to read through those again real quick. Bell Bonds by Tamra. If you've missed the ball on paying a ticket, call Bell Bonds by Tamra, 405-200-5110. 15-plus years of serving the community. Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential commercial insulation services. Find them on Facebook or call 405-655-0373. Jones Nutrition, located on Hiwassee. You can energize and fuel your day at Jones Nutrition. And Bank First in Oklahoma, where they offer valuable banking solutions like checking accounts, savings accounts, commercial loans, treasury services, and much more. Bank online with their mobile app. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you, located at 9285 North Hiwassee Road, member of FDIC. 42-0, and we will be back next week at Jones on Thursday night, 7 p.m. We're quite confident in the start time of that one.